Welcome to Chapter 7 within the World Walker's Mother House. And this is Journey to the World Walker's Mother House. We shall begin our journey by releasing all negative and unfocused energy that you may have picked up during your day. Ground by seeing roots growing out of your feet, entering deeply within the ground below you. Then center by seeing yourself as the center of the universe. Now invoke your beloved ancestors, the goddess, God, and your dependable spirit guides. See your aura's translucent shield that surrounds you, zipping up your aura shield while stepping into stillness, allowing stillness to be what it is. Within this moment, visualize the World Walker sigil in detail. However, now you will take it further. In your mind's eye, walk through the entrance door in the sigil, pushing yourself through, finding yourself deep in the misty forest. Adjusting your attention, you see there is a gently curving path of white marble directly in front of you. Follow this reflective marble pathway until you reach the garden stone archway to the Temple of World Walkers. Move through the stone archway, following this path for a time, and soon you come to a charming small footprint bridge over a rushing river. You hear the sound of deep rushing water as you slowly cross this footbridge. Listen to what is around you as you linger, then moving slowly across this bridge. Now go ahead and step off the bridge, landing once again on the white marble path which is leading you to the World Walker's Temple. Soon in the distance ahead of you, the temple makes itself appear to you in all its malleable magnificence. As you move closer, you begin to see the temple through the trees. Its details are reverently revealed to you. You now arrived. Standing in front of you is a towering six-sided temple with white marble pillars and a white domed roof. It faces you as you observe 7 white marble steps leading upward toward the wide portico and entrance. Realizing this entrance is the same entrance found on the World Walker's sigil, with a very aware white owl perched on top of the lintel. This white owl carefully watches your approach. Continue moving forward until you see yourself standing at the bottom of the 7 white marble steps leading to the temple's magnificent open entrance. You soon observe a gentle, soft, multicolored light is shining out through the entrance. However, you cannot see inside the sacred temple. Observe the temple, the white owl, and the entrance as clearly as you can for a few moments, drinking all this in. Be aware of the white full moon drifting between the clouds. Observe the temple's lights pouring out of the temple. Remaining within your stillness, walk up the 7 wide white marble steps and enter the radiant light in the entrance to the temple. Above the open entrance is written the numeral 0. Stop in the doorway, allowing its golden white light to surround you and completely fill you and adjust you to the temple's frequencies. The light cleanses, clears, and exhilarates you. When the light changes from golden white back to all the shimmering colors of the rainbow, you may step past the temple entrance. Take a deep breath as you now move through the light into this holy temple. This entrance is one of an immense six-sided room. The temple's floor is made of polished lapis lazuli. There is a ritual circle and a pentacle incised on the temple floor. Both circle and the pentacle within are defined in white marble with gold veins. This circle is 18 feet in diameter. Between the ritual circle and the outer wall are various elegant chairs and simple chairs made of wood or marble. An altar stands in the center of the pentacle, in the center of the temple. Each wall is made of white marble. In the center of each wall is a wide, open doorway, which serves as both exit and entrance, depending on your perspective. You see and sense mist surrounding you. The moon illuminates the blue mist, causing the moon to glow softly. This mist pours blessings and warmly welcomes you to the World Walker's Temple. Allow this place to communicate with you, revealing what each section you are ready to see. Beginning on your left, you see an entrance, the same shape as the temple entrance, on the sigil of the World Walkers, with silver white light filling the entrance. This is the entrance to the House of Cards and Divination. Continue moving clockwise, moving to the next wide open doorway, which is filled with soft light blue light. This is the entrance to the House of Dreams. The next open entrance is filled with a soft green light. This is the entrance to the House of Gaia. Continue walking until you arrive at the next doorway, found on the fourth wall, filled with beautiful yellow light. This is the entrance to the House of Time. The last open door with which you now arrive is filled with deep purple light. This is the entrance to the House of the Milky Way. Walk behind the altar. The House of Water is located behind the center altar and in front of the House of Gaia on the floor. Positioned at the top point of the inlaid pentacle, on the floor is found an 11 by 11 foot pole. A pale blue-green light glows from its quiet surface. Now bring your attention to the ceiling, where there is a 3-foot wide opening extending across the entire domed ceiling. The ceiling's opening gives one the ability to follow the moving moon's path at night. It is night, and you are occasionally taking a glimpse of the full moon moving between the white clouds. The domed ceiling above you is colored deep blue with stars inscribed on it that glow softly. This starry ceiling is the seventh house, a house of ancestors and spirits. This is one of the places where we secure our entire ancestors' teachings and guidance. Returning to the center of the room, in the center of the ritual circle is a simple altar made from creamy white alabaster. There are countless white candles placed around a tall, lighted white pillar candle in the center. Pick up one of the white candles in the topaz candle box floating in the air on the right side of the altar. Hold the white candle to your heart and say in earnest, I enter this temple in a sacred and respectful manner. I come here to search for truth and understanding. In the name of love, I light this candle. To light your candle and set it upon the altar. Each time you enter the temple, you will light a candle in the same manner. Take some time to enjoy the beauty and sacredness of this place. You may continue walking around this room, or sit in one of the chairs, or sit on the pool's edge made of pearl for a few moments. Now take a seat in front of the World Walker's altar, allowing the goddess and God to fill you with strength and peace. Allow the other World Walkers to speak to you. What are they communicating to you? Receive their blessings. When you return to the temple, the furnishings may be different at different times. Sometimes you will join in ritual here. Other times you will be in a classroom situation. Eventually, you may decide to go from the temple to the house of your choice to perform an active work and return to the temple's main room when you have completed your work or exploration for the day. When you are ready to leave, take a last look around this magical place. Leave your candle burning and leave the temple the same way you entered, through the rainbow-colored main entrance and under the white owl. Return to the beginning of the journey, which is the tiny footbridge over the living rushing stream. Returning to normal consciousness by intent. Do something to ground yourself completely. End the visualization by breathing yourself back into normal consciousness. Record this experience in your journal. Now, next time you visit, plan on examining the main temple room further and spend time with the other world walkers in front of the altar. Then, when you think you are ready, explore the houses and the other realms you discover. Compared to eternity, this is a real place and a real work that takes much energy and devotion. Now, discussing the multidimensional transit point. When we are in the World Walker's astral temple, we are able to work in the multidimensional transit point, where we receive many requests from many worlds. A small list of examples of what we practice while inside the multidimensional transit point are taking care of the newly dead, helping new conscious incarnates move to their next life, teaching individuals how to be conscious incarnates, healing, extinguishing fires, dealing with any strong weather, pouring peace over turmoil, helping with tragic events on planet Earth, space exploration, pouring hope and blessings on those in need, working with animals and working with the ancestors and the plants, water, air, earth, generally and specifically, with always in exploration, setting up teaching opportunities, learning opportunities, and creation, and teaching humans about reality. Once you have mastered the World Walker's Mother House skills, you will be prepared to see and work inside this environment, though know there are many more skills to be learned and knowledge to be gleaned inside the World Walker's Mother Temple and your chosen house, not to mention the multidimensional transit point. It is time to enter stillness again. Here are the instructions. If you tend to jump to the multidimensional transit point, there is always a possibility something lovingly prepared for you by one of your ancestors on the path to the transit point will be missed. Go to the World Walker's Temple, not skipping any steps unless you are in the middle of a dire situation. Do not skip any part of the journey to the World Walker's Temple and multi-dimensional transit point. Maybe one of your spirit guides has placed your soul crest near the beginning of the path as a symbol for what to pay attention or which way to go through the transit point doors. Though there are times to jump in to accomplish a quick working, before you enter the temple, decide where you want to go. You can enter the World Walker's Temple to visit the past or the future or any level of dimension you choose to visit. You can access the transit point through the World Walker's Temple. Now, it is you who will design a multi-dimensional transit point, enabling you to move from one level of consciousness or dimension to another. It is you that designs your own portal and transit point through your greatest asset, your imagination. And now, remembering indeed you are a multi-dimensional being, and because you are a multi-dimensional being, you are capable of creating a multi-dimensional transit point. You will utilize this multi-dimensional transit point as a primary point of departure and return. Sit or lie in a relaxed position and close your eyes. Please release ground, zip up your aura, center, and continue to remain inside stillness. Select an object that you enjoy. It can be a stone or a ring. Leave 10% of your consciousness in your chosen object by intent. Ask the object to retrieve you in 20 minutes and mentally carry your symbol or life seal of yourself in this time and space with you so that you will not forget. Go to your physical safe space you have created long ago. Go to the World Walker's Temple. Light your virtual candle. Make your affirmation and sit in one of those chairs or on the floor, does not matter at this time which chair you select to sit. Ask your spirit guides to allow you to see or experience only what you can safely handle at this time. And when I say safely, I mean so that you do not become overloaded or overwhelmed or just confused a little. Pre-decide where you want to journey or what you want to learn or experience. As you sit here before the World Walker's altar, you begin to see directly in front of you a shining clear escalator made of moving lighted crystal stones. The sides and moving steps are all made of clear shining crystal, slowly moving downward. Now stand in your full glory, approaching these moving stones. Stand at the top of these brilliant steps, placing your hand over the living crystal handrail. Step onto the escalator and feel yourself slowly moving down. As you move downward, you move slowly through a broad beam of red light, remaining in this light for a full several seconds. As the steps slowly move past this red broad beam, feel the vibrations of the color red surround you completely. Feel your root chakra interact with the lighted color. Then you find yourself slowly moving through the color orange. Enjoy being filled with this vibration as you sense your second chakra adjust to this place. You are now moving through yellow as the brilliant sun moves through your life. Now you pass through a broad beam of green which washes through your heart. We now see we are heading into the color blue. Enjoy its voice of serenity as it opens yours. Continuing to move downward, we pass through the intense third eye, thick beam of indigo. This frequency activating every sense we have all through the inner eye. As we move through the last beam of light, see yourself being lovingly crowned by the color purple that infuses peace into every fiber of your being. You have moved through your brilliant main chakras that are composed by thousands of chakras. Feel yourself stepping off this ever-moving crystal escalator. You have arrived on the ground floor of an immense terminal-like building, something like the beautiful Grand Central Station in New York City, or a large, lovely airport terminal found in Europe. It is stunningly decorated with the ultra-high ceilings and countless wide glass double doors and wide hallways leading to everywhere, every time, and in every direction. Standing here, now you notice this building is a hive of activity. A variety of people and beings are moving all around us, focused on their own concerns and work. Once you get your bearings, notice directly in front of you there is a large, sparkling, double glass doors. Walk toward them and they open automatically for you. Go through them to the destination you have pre-chosen. At first, spend about 5 minutes here, then turn around and you will see the double glass doors leading back to the busy terminal. Go through the double doors, returning to the main hall. However, do not go up the lighted crystal escalator yet. There are comfortable, oversized chairs and benches along the gorgeous marble Walls. Sit in one of these chairs and pay attention to the people and beings in this multidimensional terminal. Some of them may be ascended masters and teachers. Some beings may be perceived as color, some beings as light, some as sound, like your spirit guides sometimes. Some of them may be individuals in their dream body or astral body. Here, the possibilities are endless because you are endless. Perhaps one or more of these beings will be aware of you and may speak to you. Allow this experience and this place to be what it will be. Do not force expectations on the beings or this place. If you find you are not comfortable with a particular person or being conversing with you, respectfully inform the being to leave, and the being will leave without hesitation. While still sitting in the chair, tell yourself you will remember all that you experience here. When it is time to return, call your protector guide and request your guide to be sure no being from this level returns with you. As you sit here in this gorgeous terminal, a thought drifts through your mind saying, notice the walls. What are they saying? The first time they may communicate something to the effect, this place is created by and for multi-dimensional beings. Everything and everyone says, welcome again, though you never left, and this is you. This place is you. Now you remember you are a multi-dimensional being, exploring and creating within this transit point. For now it is time to leave. Stand and walk or fly, returning to the amazing crystal escalator. Step onto this living being once again and move back upward through the chakra colors, beginning with purple, going back through each chakra color, energy. Enjoy passing through purple, passing through indigo, then blue, then green, now yellow, feeling yourself moving upward through orange, and finally at your base red, returning you to your physical world again. See yourself stepping off this not so ordinary living escalator. See yourself once again sitting in the World Walker's temple. In gratitude, leave the temple and return to your physical safe space, retrieving the 10% of your consciousness from your chosen object. Release excess energy and ground yourself by touching the ground. After the first time you travel to the multidimensional transit point, you may need a little nap. Yet soon, when returning from the transit point, you will feel stronger and more alive when returning. You should feel wonderful, excited, and ready to explore everything while improving the world through this place. Record this experience in your journal. Consider what you have learned. Consider what may be practically utilized in your life. Perform this exercise once each day for the first 2 weeks, then on a regular basis, which fits your journey schedule. If you are an active world walker, explore and learn all you can, visiting here at least 4 days a week, more if you can handle it. You can vary the places you visit. Think about the ways this can be used in the work of your house. Expand your knowledge and your experiences of the house you select to work in for the rest of your life. Stay in both worlds. When visiting this place in the future, joyfully explore it. Open every door, walk down as many hallways you can, visit the shops and cafes, find all the constructs you have built, find all the lives and places and processes you have created. Find out what you experienced in your past lives, or what you are planning to happen in your future lives. Explore every place on Earth, or several planets. You may say, who has time to explore and learn all this? You do. After all, you live inside eternity. This physical life is but a minuscule part of your immense being. You are bigger than just one life. Now we're moving to the journey to the ancestors. Inside the multidimensional transit point, everything right off the main hall is set up so that each construct fosters comfort and familiarity for us on the most part. Each seemingly familiar thing or place represents an energy system designed to help us learn the rest of our lessons and experience reality here, all the while learning about our own reality. Every lesson learned in the physical realm is a partial lesson, as we've discussed before. The rest of the lesson is found in active meditation or dreamland, both designed to encode the symbols found on the physical realm. Think of meditation this way. A person reads about riding a bike. A person receives a physical bike and thinks he knows how to ride a bike. Meditation is when a person places himself on the bike and rides it for several years, gaining much insight as a bike rider, not to mention all the territory the bike has allowed the rider to travel. Experiencing easy, enjoyable lessons and not so enjoyable lessons and experiences that now have practical benefits to this physical realm, utilizing everything experienced, and everything is for your good. Let us walk down this wide, busy hall, paying attention to the multi-colored doors of every shape and color. Continuing walking down this hall, we stop in front of a set of double doors. A forest is painted and carved on the door. It has a river on it, as well with a hill toward the right on the door. You also notice a group of people sitting around a brilliant campfire carved into the door. We now open the wooden double doors to suddenly observe another hall. But this time, this hall is formed by a forest, river, and hill with a large green field. We smell the fire burning in the distance. Go to the campfire and sit there with the others. The trees sing to you, saying, blessings are yours who once again returned to the Hall of Ancestors. Now take a few easy breaths and just allow your surroundings to embrace you as you regain your bearings. Allow your eyes to see the ancestors who are sitting with you. Allow your ears to hear them and spending time with you. Relax. Decide to speak to the ancestors now. Allow them to learn from you as you from them. Listen and receive what the ancestors are saying. Listen and receive. They desire to speak and show their love toward you. Now let us take our leave, gently removing ourselves from the campfire, giving thanks to all who stepped forward in this space. Find yourself leaving through those double doors, yet this time the carvings on the door reveals you sitting around the campfire with the ancestors. So walk down the general hall back toward the crystal escalator. Allow the moving steps to carry you upward through all the chakra beams of light, beginning with purple. Go back through each chakra, drinking in purple, passing through indigo, passing through blue. You feel your throat chakra open wider, further developing your communications with the transitioned. Now moving through the green chakra, then yellow, feeling yourself moving upward through orange, and finally at your base, red. Returning you to your physical world again, seeing yourself once again sitting in the World Walker's Temple. In gratitude, leave the temple and return to your physical safe place, and retrieve the 10% of your consciousness from your chosen object. Release excess energy and ground yourself. Now we move to the multidimensional transit point. As you sit here in the darkness, see in the distance a shining clear escalator made of moving lighted crystals, slowly moving downward. Approach these moving stone steps, placing your hand over this living crystal handrail. Step onto the escalator and allow yourself to feel yourself slowly moving down. As you move downward, you move through a broad beam of red light. Feel the vibrations of this color infusing you completely. Feel your base chakra open fuller with the lighted color. Then you find yourself moving through the color orange, being opened in this place as you sense your second chakra attuning to the universe. You are now moving through the sun and yellow. It is time to pass through the green beam straight through your heart. Heading into our blue hue, enjoy its eternal song. Now we float through our third eye as all its senses. This is indigo. Lastly, as we are crowned by the color purple, you have moved through and opened all your main chakras as you step foot on the multi-dimensional transit point crystal 4 and turn left. Ahead of you, a little way down this wide hall, is a bright lighted cafe. Move to the cafe and enter through its bright yellow doors. Inside are many travelers, many beings going about their business. At a table to the left of you, see your spirit guides who call to you, pulling out a chair for you. You sit down with them and have a nice visit. Unlike in the physical realm, when you communicate with your spirit guides, in this cafe you are easily able to see them and understand them. You feel that you are with safe, trusted friends, as indeed you are. Your guides explain that this is a multi-dimensional interfaith cafe. They give you a strange device that seems to look like a personal laptop that is given to you with pure enthusiasm. They ask, are you comfortable with this device, or would you prefer a library full of manuscripts and scrolls, or would you prefer working with an orchestra that holds every musical instrument and every dancer now living, which is all of them? What subject do you prefer to study? Everything in every time? Once you decide, your experience will be informed by the tools you select. Only you can enter your personal library of all experiences. You now see your spirit guides showing you some of the subjects with which you are personally interested. As you visit with your spirit guides, they instruct you as you begin to see the multidimensional transit point more clearly. Begin your visit to the multidimensional transit point with the intention of being aware of yourself in past and future lives, the eternal now, performing work you have done for eons. They explain this place expands into the seemingly past and future in all probabilities, and you are a part of this. They continue sharing. Begin to expand your awareness of this experience the best you can, and as clearly and as present as possible. They instruct to focus on a few questions to guide you to broaden your awareness even farther. What are you experiencing, they say? What are you doing? How many of your present goals and interests were part of your work there? How many of your goals and interests there were different from now? Were you aware of the way you are feeling? Tones were expressed in each experience. Was there a common thread that connected each experience? Who were the people you know in this life? Were they with you in your previous lives? Were they with you? What does emptiness or pain teach us? Your spirit guides now lead you through your library to the pre-birth preparation, the time and place before this incarnation. Walk down the long wide hall of beautiful wide doors in your library. Go to the door that is calling to you and enter into this place. See yourself resting and happy. When you get your bearings, ask, what goals and challenges did you set for yourself in this life? Have I forgotten any? How close or how far are you from these goals and challenges now that you are living in this life? What would you change now? Ask, is the reason for certain individuals in your life clearer now? Allow yourself to receive your answers and apply what you now know, and live your life in awareness that you create your path by every step you take. Now rest, allowing the universe to speak to you. You confirm your glory, which brings awareness and strength, or believe an untruth causing you to appear diminished. It's up to you. Your spirit guides now help you return your attention to the table where you are sitting with them inside the Interfaith Cafe. Then lovingly say goodbye and leave you to explore this space. All these faiths unified by the source, all having exciting, lovely conversations and much knowledge to share, as you also have much insight to add to the conversations. When you are finished exploring, place your laptop or library key where it belongs. As you exit the bright yellow door, leave a blessing inside this Interfaith Cafe, returning to the moving crystal stone escalator, stepping on these stairs as you once again travel up through each chakra. As you pass each color, each chakra gently closes their door, leaving a small lighted crack passing through the broad crown violet light beam. Then the indigo inner eye. Next you see yourself moving through the blue throat beam, then green of the heart. Next allow a yellow, noticing this yellow beam now feels differently since visiting the Interfaith Cafe. Next moving through the orange light beam, then the root red light beam, finally and lovingly returning to normal consciousness as you step off the moving stones. Stand here and listen to your spirit guides speaking to you once again, encouraging your return. Be at peace, my ancient soul. Remove or diminish a person, place, or situation that does not support your glory and your life. Now that you are familiar with the multi-dimensional transit point cafe, discover other uses for the multi-dimensional transit point cafe, since it is a gateway to everywhere and any when, as well as a place where a myriad of other beings from the universe pass through. Because this is a tremendously easy place to be, now rest and fall into a deep sleep and continue exploring the other places that represent each of the main chakras by calling each door. One at a time, request each main chakra that resides in you to open wider. Be it a door or a blossom, enter into these places. All possibilities are in your hands to explore. Each chakra has its own beings and purposes, all to help you evolve and find every answer inside every question. Yet you know the answer is always inside the question. Be kind and patient with this process. You have all the time in the world. Now you know. So meditation is crucial. Some ask, why is it important to meditate? This is a small list of reasons why one should meditate, even though one good reason should be enough to make meditation part of your life. If we are interested in helping humankind or desire to understand reality and how we as humans operate in reality, then it is crucial to spend consistent time in meditation. Meditation is a place to learn, experience reality, and applying our skills in spiritual and practical terms. Meditation is a place to create. Meditation is a place to experience all worlds and dimensions. Meditation is a place to learn how to become more aware, thus becoming more human. It is time to dive deeper and continue learning many more skills inside meditation. Each house is a different approach to learn and experience the magical mind or metaphysical skills. One individual may need to learn more in dreamland. One individual may need to learn further through nature, the stars, the tarot, or through timelessness. All equal approaches leading to the same goal. All equal approaches to the same divine loving source, deity. This is Reverend Stephanie Neal. Until next time, blessed be.